Well, hi everybody. Good morning to meteorologist Travis Klineski here on this Thursday morning, the day before the New Year's Eve day. New Year's Eve, however you want to say it here, but kind of a quiet one expected for today. There are some low clouds in southeast parts of the area this morning. I'll kind of draw them in because they're not really matching Futurecast real well. They're about right here. But they are starting to push to the east and away from us here. So they should clear out over the next couple of hours here in southeast Nebraska. The rest of us, pretty clear skies, a couple of thin clouds up north here. But a pretty quiet day ahead of us. Watch the winds. The winds will turn a little bit breezy out of the south and southwest today. That will help to warm things up along with plenty of sunshine. So we get this kind of brief warm up today compared to the cold weather yesterday and the really cold air that's coming here later this week. So it should be a decent afternoon out there after the cold start to our morning. Then come increasing clouds up north tonight. The rest of us will still stay mostly clear for much of the night. Maybe a few low clouds again out in eastern Nebraska. Cold front passing through early tomorrow morning. That's going to start to drive that colder air southward with that north wind starting to kick in. But again, still mostly clear around the Tri-Cities tomorrow morning, thicker clouds to the north and northwest. During the day tomorrow, along with the clouds, we're going to have to watch these areas right here to the north, as there could be some light snow during the day on Friday. I know this model doesn't have much, but a few models do hint at least some light snow falling up here to the north. The rest of us will just see an increase in clouds, blustery northerly winds, and colder air coming southward. It's not a real pleasant New Year's Eve, but it's going to get worse. New Year's Eve night, that's when things really start to get into high gear. Not initially here in the eastern and central Nebraska, but farther west, snow begins to develop and move in. So let's take this through midnight. And again, you'll notice that we're starting to see snow out here to the west. So if you do have New Year's Eve plans prior to midnight, heading out for some kind of celebration, well, this is probably about the only area where I would expect some kind of travel issues. I don't think we'll see much for central and especially eastern Nebraska. Eastern Nebraska, you should be fine if you're heading out. But it's one of those deals where you may want to consider once we ring in the new year, leaving shortly after. And I know most of you do but it is a weekend and all that stuff anyway, and some of you do want to stay out late night. Well, maybe consider heading home a little sooner, because once we get to the most post-midnight time frame, here's 1, 2, 3 o'clock, right there, 3:30. That's when we're starting to see that snow start to spread eastward into the area. Now notice though, trends are for bigger impacts to the southeast, lower impacts to the northwest. But again, snow will be flying, and this is with the cold air around. This is going to be a fluffier, lighter snow, so it'll easily blow around with winds that could gust up around 30 miles per hour or so. So blowing snow could be a bit of a travel issue, as well as the actual accumulating snowfall. So this takes us into 7 a.m. New Year's Day morning. Most of us probably still sleeping in. Maybe some of you are up early though. Snow continues to fall, bitterly cold air, which we'll get into in just a bit. Let's take you through the first half of the day on New Year's Day. Snow continues to fly across southern and eastern Nebraska, but again, northwest, you're not seeing as much for impacts out there. Winds continue to be blustery, very cold air in place, dangerously cold wind chills. Then the snow starts to wind down from west to east through the afternoon. So by 6 p.m. supper time New Year's Day, most of us are done. We're watching the end of the Rose Bowl game or whatever you're doing New Year's Day. Well, the snow should be winding down, probably heading out to start scooping snow or get the snow plows out or the snow throwers out to clean off the driveways or whatever you're doing. Might be cleaning things up at that point. The wind's beginning to die down. Bundle up. It's still going to be cold out there. And then skies will clear up Saturday night. The winds will die down, and this is going to lead to just plain old, very cold actual temperatures, not even including the wind chill with the cold conditions coming. It's going to be the coldest night will be Saturday night, Sunday morning, because of the clear skies and the lighter winds on the backside of this storm system. All right, let's start talking snowfall totals. Now, actually, I want to show you this map first. This is where I posted this yesterday on social media. Again, lower impacts to the north, greater impacts to the southeast, at least some impacts in central Nebraska. I'll tell you right now, most forecast models are still not in agreement. Some are still leaning heavier. Most are leaning towards a weaker storm system though. So I've kind of taken the middle ground with this particular map right here and thrown in my own numbers for what I'm thinking. But keep in mind, this could still shift depending on how exactly things play out. So right now, the higher amounts again will be to the southeast. I'm thinking a 4 to 8 inch type range in those southeastern counties. Right in here. 4 to 8 inches of snowfall right in here. Maybe some isolated higher amounts. There could be some 9, 10, 11 inch amounts if this overplays its hand and we get more than expected. Tri-Cities area, anywhere from 2 to 6 inches of snowfall. I would lean towards the lower end of 2 to 4 inches, but that's where most models are, is 2 to 4 inches. But there are a couple of models that are putting in 5, 6, maybe even 7 inches of snow. So kind of in the 2 to 6 inch range for the Tri-Cities right now. Just to the north of that, right in here, 1 to 4 inches. So kind of 2 to 6 inches right here, 1 to 4 inches right in here. Up north, you're probably on the lower end of things. Anywhere from nothing to as much as 2 or 3 inches if, again, we get that higher end amount, those higher end amounts. So northern Nebraska, fewer impacts, greater impacts, bigger impacts to the southeast. Some blowing snow, some drifting of snow. Now, as of right now, we'll jump. I already showed you this graphic here, so I'll just kind of briefly show it one more time. Let's jump into the advisories we have as of right now. As of 7:15 in the morning on Thursday morning, we have a winter storm watch that is in place for areas near and south of Highway 6. That's the highway that basically runs from McCook to Hastings to Lincoln. That's to Omaha. That's this highway right here. So those areas here are in a winter storm watch, and that probably means you're looking at least 3 inches of snow or more in these locations. And again, this can still shift out once it becomes a winter storm warning. It could shift north or shift south. There's probably going to be some kind of a winter weather advisory posted on the fringes of this right in here, maybe even a little farther north. But anyway, this will kick in Saturday evening, either at 9 p.m. or midnight, depending on where you live, and continue, or excuse me, Friday evening. It will kick in, Friday evening at either midnight or 3 a.m. Sorry, I was looking at the expiration time. Midnight or 3 a.m., so that's New Year's Eve night or early New Year's Day morning. And then it will continue until Saturday evening, either 6 p.m., 9 p.m., or midnight from west to east, depending on where you live. Again, it's clearing out late afternoon through the evening hours in those locations. So that's the one side of this. There's the bitterly cold air as well that we're going to talk about in just a bit. Enjoy the mild air today. 40s, lower 50s this afternoon. Not bad, but it's not going to last long. Teens tonight, low 20s in the southeast. Here comes that colder air up north. A cold day tomorrow. Anywhere from the low and mid-teens up north to the mid and upper 30s farther south. A wide range in temperatures. Tri-Cities upper 20s, maybe near 30, depending on the timing of that front. And then Saturday morning, New Year's Day morning, bitterly cold air. Single digits above and below zero, and that's not even factoring in the winds. We'll talk about that in just a bit. Highs on Saturday only in the single digits and teens. Coldest east, warmest west. A cold day Saturday. Now let's factor in the winds. This is what your future wind chills map looks like here. Again, not bad today. Still not too terribly bad Thursday or Friday, but then Friday night into Saturday morning, here comes that bitterly cold air. We're ringing in the new year with wind chills in the teens and 20s below zero, and that's going to stick around all day Saturday and even into Saturday night and Sunday morning. Still bitterly cold air in place. The coldest wind chills will likely be those Saturday morning with the strongest winds combined with very cold air. Already there are wind chill watches out to the north and to the west from Friday night all the way through Saturday, at least at noon there. We're probably going to see these eventually become advisories or warnings. We'll probably see most of the area under at least a wind chill advisory for that Friday night and Saturday morning time frame, maybe even into the Saturday night as well. We'll see here. But again, we're still kind of early on this yet, so that's why it's just a watch for now. But we're likely to see a lot of wind chill advisories out for a large part of the area during that time frame. Now onto the long range forecast here as we look at the 3 days. Again, today not too bad, and then getting colder tomorrow, winds picking up. And when I say windy on Thursday or Friday and Saturday, we're talking sustained winds, maybe 20 to 25 miles per hour, gusts that could maybe get a little over 30 miles per hour. So not super windy, not like the day we had all those thunderstorms back on the 15th of December, but some wind out there. Then again, here comes the snow late Friday night into Saturday, most of it falling midnight to noon, and then clearing out in the afternoon. Very cold air from Friday night all the way through Sunday morning. We start to warm things up by Sunday, and especially into Monday and Tuesday, plenty of sunshine, and we'll melt off some snow out there. Again, those temperatures will depend on how much snow is on the ground. Those areas with the heavier amounts of snow will likely be a little colder because of the snow cover. Again, the solar radiation, it bounces back into the atmosphere when it hits the white surface. It doesn't absorb like a darker surface does, and so that's why snow-covered areas are usually colder than areas without snow on the ground. Jumping ahead, past Tuesday. Wednesday is kind of the beginning of the next shot of colder air. As another cold front comes through, it's going to get a lot colder again by Thursday of next week, and then start to recover a little bit heading into the second weekend of January. And since I have a little bit of extra time, let's show you this. This is just the temperature trends over the next 10 days here. Again, not bad today. Here comes the colder air tomorrow and Saturday, especially Saturday, bitterly cold air. Recovering some Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. There's Tuesday right there. And then here comes that next shot of colder air for Wednesday into Thursday, and then starting to retreat a little bit by the end of next week, just in time for another shot maybe to come by that following weekend there, Saturday and Sunday. We'll see. Again, that's a long ways out yet, but we'll see. All right, well, with that, I'm going to send it back to the 7-day forecast real quick here, and then I'm going to let you all go. I want to thank you all for watching on this New Year's Eve. We are not doing a show tomorrow. Alyssa and I will be off of work. I believe there's still some night side shows they'll be doing there, but that since I won't be here tomorrow, I will not be doing any kind of a Facebook Live, so tune in for John Walsh. I believe he's working, but I'm not completely certain. If not, David Stoltz over the next day or two on the night side of things here, they will update you with the latest on the upcoming snowstorm, latest snowfall, total graphics, things like that, so you get an idea of how much. But at this point, we generally know the impacts. Again, greater impacts southeast, lower impacts northwest, and of course bitterly cold, so you're going to want to dress up warm. And I think Saturday is a good day to just stay at home if you don't have to be out and about with the snow continuing and the bitterly cold air anyway. Good day to just kind of lounge around, enjoy some football or whatever else you do on New Year's Day. But that's just me anyway. So thank you for watching. I hope you have a happy New Year, and I will see you all again. I will be here Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, actually. I'll be filling in for meteorologist David Stoltz because he will be working for me Monday morning. I have to stay home Monday morning. So we're kind of doing a flip-flop there. So I will be working Sunday afternoon, Sunday night. That's the next time I will be here, and then I'll be back Tuesday morning after that. Thank you all for watching on this Thursday morning. Stay safe out there as we get into the new year, and I'll see you all again in 2022. Bye.